What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Allen, and this is the Movie Minute. This episode of the Movie Minute, we're talking about I.S.S., the new sci-fi thriller that hit theaters this weekend. So, if you're wanting to know if this movie is worth a theater experience, stick around. All right, so let's talk about I.S.S., also known as International Space Station. So the film very much is a thriller in space. I mean, it is meant to kind of have you on the edge of your seat. The general premise of the film is while Ariana DeBose's character, Dr. Kyra Foster, goes up to the International Space Station, there is a conflict on Earth that results in some sort of nuclear conflict that then you kind of see it play out amongst the two crews on the ISS between the US and Russia. That's all I'll really say about it without spoiling it. But it very much is kind of a tense, thriller-esque sci-fi, which is a breath of fresh air, I think. I mean, it's not like we see a lot of these. Let's jump in and talk about the things that I liked. Right off the bat, I really enjoyed the performances. I did. Ariana DeBose gave a really good performance. Chris Messina also was really solid. I mean, there's a lot of really good scenes in this movie between two people. And I really liked that the film was compact. I mean, it felt like it moved quickly, but there was a lot going on. If you like tense dialogue and tense scenes, I mean, this is a film that has a lot of that. I also enjoyed the pacing of this film. It really was paced well. And like I said in the past, when a film is paced well, what I'm talking about is that the script felt pretty tight. Like it felt like it really went from like moment to moment fairly well. And I also mean editing as well. So it was edited really well. It moved well. I also really liked the sound design in this movie. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of detail and focus to create these type of environments in space. And I thought that they did a really good job. A lot with the silence as well as the like focused moments of sound that were progressing the story, which happens often in this movie. And so I thought that they did a really, really good job with the sound. So let's talk about the things that I didn't like. One of the things that I did not like about this film that really stands out is obviously they did not spend a lot of money on VFX in this film. And after seeing Godzilla Minus One, it's kind of like that movie might have ruined things for me because like they didn't spend a lot of money in that movie and the VFX looked amazing. And so I just thought all the shots of the International Space Station mostly looked bad in this film, which took me out of the film. And that's always bad when you see things that kind of remove you from the film experience. Another one of the things I didn't like about the film is there's just a little bit too much vagueness to the plot on this movie. Like I would have liked a few more details, maybe of what's going on Earth. Also just like helping me understand the nuances between the characters inside the ship. Like there's things that are happening and they happen and you don't fully understand why they're happening the way that they are. And you kind of are thinking, okay, maybe it was this, but they never really tell you. And that's okay in some films, but sometimes it's just too much. And I felt it was too much in this film. There was too many times where I was trying to put the pieces together and they didn't fully fit really well. And it kind of threw me off a little bit. So let's talk about ratings and the badge. So from an entertainment standpoint, I was really entertained by this movie. I really did enjoy it. It kept me engaged. I was entertained. I was curious what was going to happen. And so I would give this film a solid 8 in entertainment. Like I love space movies. And so it scratched that itch enough for me to enjoy the environment and to kind of be like, ooh, what's going to happen? The mystery was strong enough to kind of give me that 8 entertainment value. From a critic standpoint and like a filmmaking standpoint, there was just a couple bumps with the VFX and some of the Like some of the plot things that I talked about, some of the vagueness there just kind of brought it down quite a bit for me. So I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10 in terms of critics rating. So averaged out a 7 out of 10 for ISS. And so from a badge standpoint, I would absolutely give this a couch potato. And the reason being this, it's not something that I think you have to go see in the movie theater. This movie definitely should be seen. When it hits streaming, I would encourage everybody to go check it out. I just don't think it's necessarily worth, a ticket price in the theater right now. I will say as a caveat, it's totally worth it if you're a space person. Like if you like space movies, it's worth it. Or if you're a big Ariana DeBose fan, she's really good in the movie. I really enjoyed her character arc and kind of watching her progress through the story. I thought she gave a very inspired, emotional performance. And so if you're a fan of hers, it would make sense as well to go support her career. So at the end of the day, ISS is fun, it's tense, it's pretty exciting overall, but it falls short in a couple key areas, making it not necessarily worth the theater experience. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Would love to have you on this journey with me. Sound off in the comments of what your favorite space movie is. And until next time, peace out, everybody.